Hello everyone, Boost Cyber Studios here again with another episode of Become the Killer comparison. Oh boy, man, it's been a while since I did this, huh? Sorry it's been so long since I did this. There was a lot going on and I just didn't have time to focus. Well, technically I did have time to focus on this, but really I just didn't feel like doing this again. But now I'm doing this again because I still got a lot to do with this series, so. In this next episode of Become a Killer Comparison, we're going to be doing a comparison of Legacy versus Recode, with a killer, of course, again. And this time, it's John Doe. So we're going to be comparing to how he is in Legacy and how he is in Recode. So, we're going to start off by talking about Mr. John Doe and Become the Killer Legacy. Alright, so we're going to be talking about Legacy version of John Doe first. So, let's look at his stats and his one ability. So, his stats. John Doe in Legacy, John Doe has 100 health and 40 sprint speed. Now we go over to his one ability. His only one ability, which is his attack. Um, when used, John Doe will swing out both his arms, and it actually deals really good amount of damage. Like he actually does hit like a truck. Like he hits like a truck pretty much. And there is like a small cooldown after that, but yeah, John Doe is actually quite strong. He does hit like a truck. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about John Doe and Become the Killer Legacy. Nothing too much really. So now we go ahead and talk about how John Doe is in Recode. Alright, so Recode. So we're gonna be talking about how John Doe is in Become the Killer Recode. So his stats and his abilities. Let's talk about his stats first. So, in Recode, he has 100 and dirty health and 38 sprint speed. And, unlike Legacy, he has two abilities this time. His first ability is his attack, which is it does pretty good damage. He actually does pretty decent damage, so that's good. And then we got his second ability this time, which are the spikes. When used, John Doe will stand in place and shove his big arm into the ground, and it will instantly summon spikes that will pretty much start coming out in a straight line. And they're pretty good for multiple reasons, either for damaging your opponents, or you can just simply try to trap the survivors in place, which is pretty good. However, it does make John Doe pretty vulnerable, though, as, he's standing in place, he can't do anything while doing the animation, which means survivors can get a free hit on him. Or, in that case, a free kill on John Doe. That's all I really gotta say about Mr. John Doe and Become the Killer Recode. Now we're gonna go on with the comparison stats and see which one wins. Alright, so now we're into the stats. So let's do a comparison to how they both are in either Legacy and Recode. So in Legacy, John Doe only has 100 health, while in Recode he has 130. So Recode wins a point for that one. Now we go to sprint speed. The Legacy version only has 40 sprint speed, while Recode has 38. Legacy wins a point for that. Now we go over to abilities. Recode simply gets another point for that one because simple, the addition to spikes. Now, if both Recode version and Legacy only had one ability, which is the attack, then it would have been tied. But because of the simple addition to the spikes for John Doe and Recode, yes, he gets a point for that one. So Recode wins a point for that. Now models. Honestly, I'm actually digging both models of the Recode and Legacy design. The Legacy design was really good, and the Recode design is also pretty good too. I think both designs are pretty good in their own way. So yeah, I'm just gonna simply tie both when it comes to models. Now animations. Honestly, I don't know, to be honest. I'm not that crazy about their animations, which is why I tied both as well. Then we got the health generations. I'm assuming they're both their hail generation are decent. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm still gonna tie them anyway because why not? But yeah, so far not a bad round, not a bad one. But we already know who the winner is. The winner is Recode wins. Now, don't get me wrong. Both versions are actually not that bad in their own ways, but the Recode version is just simply better because, well, it's quite obvious. It really just won 1 point because of the extra additions to the spikes. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, the spikes are actually really fun. Something that the Legacy version should have had. Then again, Legacy is just Legacy. Recode is Recode. But I don't know. It's just Recode Jondo actually is more fun because of the spikes alone. But yeah, overall, the Recode wins once again. I'm Busaba Studios. I'll catch you all next time.